Since I specialized from the very beginning in business and covering business, it almost came with the trade. Because to write about business, not PR stories, but to report business, you need to become an investigative journalist because you need to explain the links, the connections. So it came with the trade almost. It was the story we did last year as part of ICIJ project. It was about the worldwide trade in human tissue. This is one of those rare examples when you start working on a story on a subject that you didn't know it existed. I think we've been pretty successful in documenting the entire cycle of how this trade works. We investigated the origins of this tissue, which was Ukraine. Ukraine turned out to be the main supplier, which we didn't know about. And we documented the entire cycle. And it's one of those cases where the story had a huge impact because I believe Interpol made a statement on the day of issue. And all the Ukrainian suppliers, the tissue banks, lost the licenses. So whenever I feel depressed about getting no impact, I check this FDI database to see if the guys still do not have any licenses. Getting through to Ukrainian authorities on that, it was like hitting a wall. Because this story only had an impact because of its international release and international scope. In Ukraine, I filed the request for information. I got nothing for several months. And the funniest thing was that the morgues I visited all of them had copies of the response to my request, which I never got. So I did get the feeling of this system, this pretty scary system that I was up against. I was approached by one of our prominent doctors. It was a heart surgeon who told me that, what are you getting yourself into? You do not come to a brewery asking how much bottles of beer do they produce. Why do you poke your nose into how much human tissue Ukraine exports? And that was scary. Coming from a doctor who is a heart surgeon and who can save you or let you die, with thinking like that, I got the feeling that Ukraine should better not have any licenses anytime at all. Investigative reporting is important because you get a chance to fix some things. You sort of become the ultimate authority. Because very often you uncover the things that would not get uncovered because it's in too many people's interest to keep this unknown, to keep this in shade. So too often this becomes the last resort